Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Tonight, we want to celebrate Speediance. Thank you all for being here. Look forward to a lot of questions and comments as always. One of the fantastic things about Speediance and their company is they have not, since the beginning of their startup, they have never ever charged for a subscription. So that means when you buy now, you can go ahead and enjoy membership without the membership cost. You're getting all the perks when it comes to this machine. You're getting the training, all the classes, you're getting the dynamic weight modes, you're getting every single thing that comes with this machine with a membership, but you're getting it for free. That's going to be ending, guys, okay? The amazing run that everybody has had is going to be ending. If you purchase before they implement it, you're going to be able to continue with a lifetime free membership. So myself, all of the other amazing Speediance users out there who own this machine, they will never have to pay a membership. But anyone moving forward will have to pay a membership, and that will be implemented in a few months' time. So buy now. If that's not incentive enough, I don't know what is, okay? Thank you, Mueller Sports, for sponsoring this video, but more about Mueller Sports later. Now, this machine, I do believe, as I tell you guys very often, is going to be the machine of the future. So I would not wait until you have to actually pay for a membership. Just buy it now. Buy it now. You can use the machine forever with a lifetime subscription for free, okay? Now, guys, I'm really excited, and if you guys own this machine, y'all are probably really excited too. The reason why is because Speediance recently had 2 updates in a week. I was really happy to see that. Andre mentions, awesome, I have the Gym Monster and love it. Andre, let us know, how long have you had the Gym Monster? Can you let us know? I'm very curious. I've had mine for, I believe it's been maybe 4 or 5 months, and and it's been like 4 or 5 months, however long I've had it, of bliss. Jose Nunez, wish I had the money for it. Tonal left me broke. Oh, Joey 500. I am so sorry, Jose. I am sorry they left you broke, man. I don't even want to know what happened. Maybe you want to tell us what happened. I don't even know. Man, that doesn't sound cool. But yeah, Tonal was leaving a lot of people. Tonal is leaving a lot of people broke. But listen, Speediance tells me not to talk about Tonal because they don't want to be disrespectful. I'm very disrespectful to Tonal because I've had like a nightmare with them throughout my time of owning one. So if you want to let us know in the chat, I can't stop you, but I'm going to have to try to stop myself from saying what I want to say. I've had my Gym Monster for a little over a week, and I'm really liking it. It was a little cumbersome to switch between exercises at first, but now I'm used to how things work. Exactly. I think that's an excellent comment. You might have to get used to this machine in the beginning. But after you get used to it, I did too. This is a dual motor machine. You have moving parts. You might have to get used to this machine. But once you do, give it a week. I'd say even give it a month because it's going to be different than probably anything else you've used. Even the tension on the handles when you're not in barbell mode can be different because it's dual motor. So you have one arm that you can move completely separate from the other arm, completely isolated. So when that happens, you're gonna have the ability of different points of the movement. The weight's gonna hit your muscle differently on each arm. You guys got to get used to that. Give it about a month. You're gonna see how incredible this machine is. I'm very, very confident in that. There was a time where I could not speak about Speediance, the company, or the machines. Now I can. The company's been great. The Gym Monster has been great, and the Gym Pal, in my experience, they've all been great. So just to let you guys know my experience so far. Jay, Gym Pal owner here, considering an upgrade to the Gym Monster soon. Thank you, Jay, for letting us know. I think that would be fantastic, especially if you own 2 separate residents and if one resident might be smaller than another, or if you want one piece of equipment on one floor and maybe another piece on another floor, these machines are quite affordable. If you buy now, you're not paying that monthly membership fee. So you can go ahead and spend a lot less money than what everybody else is going to have to spend once that membership kicks in. So now would certainly be the time, and I would be considering the upgrade too. Certainly. I think the Gym Pal is fantastic. I also think it's fantastic for people who have much less space. Surprisingly, though, I'm just going to be 100% with you guys. Surprisingly, the Gym Monster has such a light footprint that it almost rivals the footprint that the Gym Pal has. Of course, the Gym Pal is a lot smaller. If you can't drop the foot plate of the Gym Monster, maybe the Gym Pal is the way to go. They're both great machines, and as far as I can tell, coming from an excellent company. The people in this company work hard, guys. I know you guys, you may or may not talk to them often, but I talk to them often enough. We got Whitney, who's over in the chat right now. She's the only one in the office. She's working right now. She's been working since I don't even know what time this morning. So thank you, Speediance. Thank you, Whitney, specifically for all the work you do here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. Thank you, Whitney, and the whole Speediance team. You guys work hard. I know you do. It can't be easy. Chris Wood, I had a really good experience with their customer support, also a Gym Monster owner. I have had only good experience with their customer support so far. And I've seen many people in the Facebook group claiming to have had great customer support as well. So I'm happy to know that I'm not the only one receiving that excellent customer support. So thank you. Let's talk a little bit about the updates. I'm super excited about the update that recently happened for one reason and one reason alone. There's a bunch of good reasons, but for me, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you guys agree, Speediance, I'm going to go on a limb, unless someone can correct me. I'm pretty sure I'm right when I say Speediance is the only company right now who has a digital weight piece of equipment where they allow you to enter into that machine without Wi-Fi connectivity. Initially, Speediance did not allow you to do that. What they did was they had the machine software set up so that if you lose Wi-Fi, you can continue training. But as soon as Speediance found out that the customers wanted a Wi-Fi free mode, they implemented it. And it only took them a couple of months, if that, to do so. It's not hard, guys. You got a lot of people out there, a lot of, not people, but companies out there, not to name any particular names, but you got a lot of companies out there who will never implement this mode, ever, because they are afraid that you will use the machine without their subscriptions. They're afraid that you'll go rogue. They want to know your information. They want to know when you're on, what you're doing, and all that stuff. And a Wi-Fi free mode is proof that Speediance has your best interest as a customer at heart. That's how I feel. How do you guys feel? Speediance has freed a whole group of home gym owners. Thank you, Speediance, because you didn't have to do that. You could have been like all the other companies out there who are like pretending to hear the people and then never implement something. But no, Speediance implemented it gratefully, because the other day I lost Wi-Fi, and guess what? I was able to train. No issues. Turn my machine on. As long as I have electricity, I can train in free mode. This is free mode. In case you guys don't know what free mode is, that is a no restriction zone, we'll call it, within the machine. It's not a program. You can do your own free lifts. You can jump from one move to another, change the weight as you see fit. That's my happy place. I personally don't necessarily like programs. Not that there's anything wrong with programs. Some people just don't like programs. And for me, this is the place to be. Now, the second reason why I am really happy about the update that recently came out was because it directly affected my free mode, my happy place. It directly affected it. How so? The main page for free mode used to be very, very crammed. And I didn't even know it was crammed at first because I was just living with it. I'm easy. You know what I mean? Give me a piece of machinery that works and I'll use it. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be happy. As long as that thing works, I'm going to use it. So if the screen is all crushed and there's small words, I'll get out a magnifying glass. I'll do what I need to do as long as I can pump my iron. You know what I mean? Pump my electricity, pump my digital weight. As long as I can train from home, I don't care. You can make these words minute. I'm not going to complain. I can also wait for my machine, right? If I order a machine and it's been like a month, I'm cool with that. As long as I know it's coming, I am very, very happy with it. You're going to wait for good stuff. You know what I'm saying? When the whole world is buying something, for the most part, you're going to have to wait. So it sucks when you have to wait, but you might have to wait. The point is that they changed the layout of this page. They spread everything out. Everything is nice and visible now. They're making changes based on the preferences of the users. I went along with this, but I know there was a lot of people who had trouble viewing this page. And now that there's going to be a whole bunch of other people using this machine without the Wi-Fi, it's very good that Speediance implemented the structure, changed the structure of the free lift page. Very, very good, because now everything is super easy to see, super easy to understand. I love it. Absolutely love it. What's going on, everybody? Today it's about 9 o'clock at night and I'm getting my steps in. If you guys are training both bodybuilding and cardio, make sure you do right by yourself. That's where Mueller Sports is going to come into play. Mueller Sports has an incredible product. It's called the Revive Recovery Care Compression System. This system can help to treat DOMs in both your upper and lower body, and not only just DOMs, it can help you warm up, cool down, and recover in all aspects. If you're training as hard as I do and you're working out as much as possible in order to achieve your goals, do not neglect your recovery. You get a 90-day return trial period, and there's a link in the description of this video that's going to allow you a deeper discount than what's on their website. Check them out today, Mueller Sports, for all of your recovery needs. By far the best home gym there is, period. I 100% agree with you, Andre. I definitely do believe that this is the best machine. I'm going to have to move soon, relatively soon, like within a year. I'm going to be moving, changing apartments in the building we're in. So this machine, I am really, really happy that all I need to do is just grab a friend and carry this thing right up to the new apartment. That's it. No hassle. I don't have to pay anybody. I don't have to deal with drills. I don't have to deal with screws. I don't have to deal with my membership being my warranty being discontinued if I decide to move this myself. Nope. And in the meantime, if I wanted to move this from this room, I could do that. Tilt it back, 2 wheels, push forward. That's it. Super, super simple, super easy. Why did everyone not think of this? Why didn't everybody think about this? It's done. Speediance did. Use the body weight to hold it down. Use the 90 degree strong angle. That's it. All people needed was a brain. I guess all the people who have brains work at Speediance. It must be so, right? They have Whitney. I know Whitney definitely is very intelligent. So they have Whitney. Let's see. What do we have in the comments? I don't want to miss. For some reason, I'm having trouble with the comments, guys. Bear with me. Okay, Chris Wood. Any recommendations on best ab workouts? I've mostly been working on arms since I got mine. Need to switch it up. I got to be honest with you, Chris. I don't do ab workouts. And the reason why, I've discussed this in a lot of my videos, I don't do ab workouts because I don't want my abs to get too bulky. Now, of course, it'll take time and a lot of work to get them bulky, but I already have abs without training. So I'm one of those really bad trainers who don't work their abs because I didn't need to work my abs in order to get the abs. A lot of the time, this may not be true for you because everyone is different, but a lot of people think that they can ab crunch their way into a six-pack, and that is absolutely not true whatsoever. So usually it comes down to body fat percentage. Now, that may not be for you, And unfortunately, I personally cannot give you any recommendations on great ab workouts because I just don't do them. And a lot of the clients that I've had will ask me, oh, what ab workout should I do for abs? I'm like, well, do you tense your stomach when you walk? Are you tensing your stomach when you're doing your tricep pull down? How is your core? Is it weak? Do you have to work on abs? So a lot of the time, people don't necessarily have to work on their abs. Their core is fine. They don't have back problems. And so I don't typically just be like, hey, work out on abs. You can do an ab crunch on this off the top of my head. If you get on your knees here, hold this above your head and use your stomach to pull down on the weight. I would think that was an excellent way to do an ab workout on this machine off the top of my head. I hope that helps. Also, I'm sure Speediance in the workout section has content on abs. Not sure how much or how little, because you guys, if you watch my channel, you know I don't particularly like to use programs. I like to make my own. I like free mode. So that's what I do. So I don't necessarily know what they have in there. I was considering buying a functional trainer, but it would have taken up every last bit of room in my living room, and it wouldn't have been movable. Yes, that's why I decided to get the Gym Monster instead. Yeah, absolutely right. This thing's footprint is so slim. It's incredible. It's incredible that there's so many people out there that did not think of this. It's mind-blowing to me. But it is the footprint itself on the floor is so small when the foot plate is up, and even when the foot plate is down. It is such an amazing size, and you don't even know it's there. But I would have been able to fit this comfortably, even in my Brooklyn apartment that was like, I don't even know how many square feet, like 800 square feet or less. I still would have been able to fit this in there. And it was a studio apartment. This would have worked. Absolutely. What else do we have here in the comments? What are all the training modes like? So as far as training modes, do you mean the dynamic weight modes? Is that what you mean? If so, I can tell you what those are like because I use them very often. The standard mode, and I've done some videos on this as well. You guys can check out my YouTube channel. And I discuss all the modes and when to use the modes. All these modes here, these are all tools. You only want to use a tool when that tool is necessary. And you don't want to use a hammer if you need a screwdriver, right? So you have standard mode, which is excellent to get a regular concentric and a regular eccentric when it comes to force, okay? Your muscle is being treated as regular, okay? When it comes to chains mode, you're going to be getting the hard portion on the first portion of the movement, so on the concentric, and as you move down to the eccentric, the weight actually lightens up a bit, okay? So this is excellent for power, and it's a really, really excellent mode. It really is, depending on why you might actually need to use it. Remember, it's a tool. Do you need power? Are you training for muscle size? Are you training for strength? Because if you're training for muscle size, I would not necessarily tell you to use chains. I would absolutely not. I would tell you to use eccentric mode. And eccentric mode is phenomenal. It's going to give you more weight on the eccentric. So this is the concentric. And this is the eccentric coming back. In this instance, for this movement, it's going to give you more weight on the side of the movement that you can actually use the weight. So rather than train heavier for bigger gains, why not train smarter? Throw on eccentric mode and utilize your muscles in the best way that they can be used. Don't overload them on the portion of the movement where they're weak, on the concentric. No, overload them on the eccentric. This is going to allow you to lift heavier. This is going to allow you to put more weight on the muscle safely, and it's going to end up giving you a larger response from your muscle when it comes to muscle size, okay? Now, fixed speed is really cool, very unique, and it is, I believe it's primarily on this machine for the actual rowing capability this machine has. Remember, guys, the Gym Monster is not just some weight training machine, which it is, and it does that excellently. But what it also is a cardio machine. This machine will give you bodybuilding and cardio. Yeah, you don't need to buy a treadmill unless you want to, of course, but you don't need to buy a treadmill if you get this because you can row the weight away instead of walking the weight away. You can bodybuild and train cardio, one machine, one footprint, one price. So fixed speed mode is excellent. Depending on how you change it, it's going to allow you to pull on this machine, and the harder you pull, the more weight you're going to get on the concentric, and on the eccentric, it's going to go back with zero resistance. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. Right now we're on slow. So watch me pull. You see that? I'm pulling as hard as I can. It's not letting me pull. Now, if I put it on fast, watch this. You see that? It gives me much more leeway. Now, the stronger you are, the more you may be inclined, or depending on what you're doing, the more you may be inclined to keep it on slow or fast, right? Depends on the movement and depends on where you are in your training. Do you want more reps rather than more weight? Do you want more weight rather than reps? So many different ways you can utilize this. All you have to know is what's your goal, which tool will get you to your goal. That's what you need to know. Andre, 100% true for the body fat and abs. Yes. You will see so many people who are overweight training their abs, wasting hours and days and weeks and months of their life to get abs because somebody said, oh, you better do your crunches. And it's like, listen, bro, cut the calories. You're going to see your body fat go. Do a little cardio if you want. And you're going to see your abs. You don't need to train. You don't have to train unless, of course, you have an imbalance in your body or you have a weak core. You have back problems, and training your core is going to help you. There's a lot of different reasons why you may want to train abs. But if it's just to get your abs, you don't need to do one ab workout in your entire life. You really don't. Of course, everybody's different. Maybe you got some really, really weak abs and you got to do a couple of crunches, but it will not take a lot. You do some crunches, those abs will explode. You'll never have to do them again. So that's been my experience. That's what I tell the people who I speak to. I did one of the built-in ab workouts the other day, and it had things like cable crunches and wood choppers, right, which were moves I couldn't do at home until I got my Gym Monster. Thank you, Mark, for letting us know. Thank you so much for letting us know. This machine's incredible. Full body machine, guys, in case you were wondering. Cassie, my friend. Joey, the Gym Monster is perfect for me. It fits well in my little office gym setup. Oh, that is so cool. You got one of these in your office? That is so cool. Excellent. Good for you. I love that I can use the ring to easily adjust the weight in a second without having to stop and use the screen. That is 100%. 100%. And guys, if you haven't had enough amazing information to make you want to buy this machine already, now's the time. Now's the time. You only have a very short window of time left. It could be even as small as like 2 months, 3 months. There's no specific date, but very soon, every person who purchases this will need a membership in order to gain all of the amazing features that you could get for free if you purchase now. Why purchase later? If you know you want one of these machines, the company's doing right by its people. It's been a fantastic machine. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Do you see this? The motor is strong. Everything's working gratefully. And this has been nothing but amazing for me. I use this thing like 6 times a week. And I'm using this thing for like 3 hours a day. 6 times a week, 3 hours a day. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And again, you also have the perk of this thing being a cardio machine as well. Really, really cool. I want to touch on something that Cassie brought out. Another thing that came along with this update that they did, not only with the guest mode, not only with the optimized free lift page, but the next best thing is they changed up the ring. Now, this ring allows you to turn the weight on and off. The cool thing about this is that you can also change the weight from a position where, like if you're not near the screen, like Cassie mentioned, you might be on a bench press, right? You got your back on the bench. You want to change the weight. All you got to do is change the weight with this ring like this. So let me back up and show you this. You see this? Now before, you guys can see here, the numbers are changing. Before, no matter how fast you would flick this ring, no matter how fast, it didn't matter, the weight would only go up in small increments, very small increments like this. Hopefully you guys can see it okay, like this. But now they've changed it so that flick of a switch, you can go ahead and change that weight very, very quickly. You can go from the lowest amount of weight to the highest amount of weight in a couple of flicks of the knob, which is excellent. Really, really cool stuff. They're constantly making updates. Are there any plans in the future to integrate and add a camera system to help with form? That is a really great question. Todd, I cannot personally answer that. I don't know. Maybe some of the other users or maybe even Whitney know the answer to that. I don't know. But I can tell you that the Gym Monster, last time I checked, has a USB port in the back. Maybe that has something to do with adding a camera. It would not surprise me if you were able to just set a camera up on this rather than it be integrated. It would not surprise me if Speediance was able to just set a camera up here. Maybe you could even buy your own camera, I don't know, and have it connect in order to do that. It would not surprise me. With the updates that they are doing, it would not surprise me at all. They were so innovative to make a machine like this. I'm pretty sure that if they want to be able to incorporate a camera, that they should be able to do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you want to see a camera? Let me know in the comments, guys. Johnny YouTube, is there a way to increase tension in the lengthened position of the muscle, the stretch, that has been shown to be the most beneficial for hypertrophy? So eccentric mode can deliver a good deal of that application. Yes, it can. Now, personally, a lot of people are really into the eccentric for good reason, right? Studies show that eccentric training will build your muscle faster. It'll also make you stronger than concentric only training. Okay. So when compared, of course, guys, you're always going to have people, concentric's better. Listen, I've experienced it. In my opinion, in my experience, for me, talking for myself, eccentric is the way to go. So if you throw on eccentric and you go ahead and let's just go ahead. I trained earlier today. I'll just put it on easy 25 pounds. You turn that weight on. You got a lot of people who want to go like this and then hold that eccentric all the way back, Like they're almost giving, they're giving like, I don't know, 15 seconds, 20-second eccentrics. Personally, I wouldn't recommend that to you. You're not getting enough volume at that point. And by the time you're done training, you're not going to have enough volume, and you need volume in order to grow, right? I mean, that's my opinion, everybody. It's my opinion on the research and experience I have. Don't shoot me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So many people are like, no. I am a huge advocate of volume at the right amount of weight. That's where I've seen my growth. And you guys look at my videos. I am certainly not where I used to be like a year and a half ago because I moved to Mexico and I eat too many tacos. But let me tell you guys, I was a walking anatomy chart. All you got to do is look at my videos. I can tell you how to gain the muscle and I can tell you how to lose the weight. I don't need to look like that now in order to tell you. I know. I've lived it, and I'll be back soon with that. I was telling Ryan, my buddy Ryan, who will be a special guest very soon, I was telling Ryan the other day that I need to get off the taco stand and back on my counting of the calories because I want to get back down to that body fat percentage where all the muscles pop. That's where I want to be. But back to the point, I would never recommend you to do like some crazy. Let me show you guys something real quick. This is the power of eccentric mode. I'm just going to choose a random number. This says 75 pounds. Okay. Now remember, this is a digital weight 75 pounds, much, much heavier than regular free weights. Okay. This is standard 75 pounds. Weight is on. Now I'm going to go for this tricep extension. All right. You see that? I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Now I'm going to turn on eccentric. I'm going to drop the weight here to 50. It's 50 on the regular and 20 more pounds on the eccentric. Okay. Remember, on the regular weight, I couldn't even do 70 pounds. Watch this. You see that? I can do it. You see what I'm doing? I was able to do the concentric, and now it's coming back with 70. And now I'm doing 70 pounds, and I'm doing it safely. So it's amazing. Amazing way to train. And it's a much safer way to train. There's nothing wrong with free weights. There's nothing wrong with the regular gym. But when you could train harder and safer, why not? Use technology. Technology like this. And you're getting all those modes for free when you buy now. Remember, guys, now's the time to buy. Very soon, say goodbye to the free lifetime membership. Now's the time, totally. So if we could have our special guest, Ryan, come on in, that would be amazing.